Jerusalem is praying, Tel Aviv is resting, and Haifa is working. I heard this proverb when I first came to Israel, and then I thought, no, there is nothing to do in Haifa, nothing interesting. And few years later, I came to this city for 5 months to live and learn on the program Masa. Hello to you, you are on the channel Media Mama, and today's my video is about beautiful city of Israel, Haifa. The first impression is deceptive, and indeed it is. Googling in Ukraine, I realized for myself that we are going to the north of Israel, where it is not so hot, but there is nothing interesting. Street Derech Jaffa, where we had to live, according to photos from Google Maps, in general looked creepy and narrow, all dark, grey and gloomy. How happy I was when I saw that repair was already completed and that street looks even in the European way. But in general, the downtown, where we had to live for the next 5 months, produced the impression of an old, shabby and quite ugly port city. But as it turned out, I just looked on Haifa from wrong place. If in any search engine you'll enter a name of the city Haifa and choose the search by photos, in 99% you will see pictures taken from the Upper Baha'i Gardens. And this is really that place from which you should begin to get acquainted with Haifa. Beautiful, well-groomed, perfectly clean gardens stretch from the upper city to the port. From there you can see good part of the city, understand how it was built and start falling in love with it. To come to the Baha'i Gardens better before lunch on any day except Wednesday. Every day there are free excursions in Hebrew, Arabic, English and Russian. Just above the Baha'i Gardens, there is a beautiful alley with gorgeous views of the city, where you can walk for hours or go in for sports. A few great museums. To go there often is expensive. The entrance to the most expensive museum in Haifa, the Museum of Science, Technology and Space, cost about $30. But in each museum there are days of open doors, when you can go there absolutely free. In one of such days we got there. To say that I'm still under the impression, do not say anything. Everything works, changes, flies, and most important, everything can be touched. What actually my 11-month daughter was doing. The cost of renting an apartment in Haifa depends on the location on the mountain. Housing on the mountain is considered more expensive. There are beautiful views of the sea and the sunset, cleaner and colder air. Local people say so. The lower, the cheaper, although the proximity to the beach still adds some spend. The district we were lucky to live in is proudly called downtown, place where fashion shops, bars, cafes, pubs are concentrated. The first Shabbat in the city I remember with horror. Then it seemed to me that all Haifa came to party under my window. In walking distance there are no parks or playgrounds. There is no exit to the sea either, the port. The place is not exactly for living with a child. Citizens of Haifa are very lucky with transport, probably like no one in Israel. There is Metronet here. This is large buses that drive fast on own separate lane. One road, the only transport on Fridays afternoon and on Saturday, which can bring you to the sea. More about the transport system of Israel I'll tell you and I'll show you in a separate video. Despite of the excellent transport infrastructure, it is not very comfortable to travel around Haifa with a stroller. The city is on the mountain, but walking along the way of Haifa is a pleasure. In 5 months, this place definitely became one of my favorites in the world. Way is very long, beautiful approaches to the sea, tents, showers, green zones, lawns for laying, and places where you really want to see a sunset. At one end of it there is a water pool for children with seawater, in the other a huge playground. In general, it's very pleasant to be a mother or a child in Haifa. From obvious minuses, here smokes everywhere and a lot, and even worse, all butts are thrown anywhere, just not in the trash can. This enrages very much. In general, here it seems to me it's normal to go and throw a plastic cup, a bottle, a napkin right under your feet. This habit nerves a lot, especially when the services don't work and there are a lot of garbage on the street. And one more about Haifa. This is a city that changes its appearance very quickly. Many streets and houses look terrible. But you are going today, a thrown building. Tomorrow they are doing repairs. The day after tomorrow there is a sweet cafe here. If this goes further, the famous Jewish proverb about always walking Haifa will have to be corrected. It's all for today. If you have questions, ask in comments. I will definitely answer. If you liked the video and it was useful for you, do not forget to put like and subscribe. Take care and bye!